Corona.
I've been on Kitty about the hand sanitizer. I'm like, you got to get it on there, and she's like, oh, why do you do a bit that? And I'm like, are you insane? Fucking do it. She's like, oh, you're not allowed to say it's hand sanitizer. I'm like, call it magic doo-doo cream. People will buy it if they know what it is. So like, hopefully next week she puts a bunch of hand sanitizer on her fucking.
She had better fucking not. And I'll tell you this as someone who works in the consumer products business, that there have been multiple like kind of more kitchen table apothecary kind of businesses that have already felt the full weight of the National Advertising Division and the FDA just slamming down on them. They're like, you cannot even imply that you do anything to get rid of this disease. Like they're taking this real serious.
We're not calling it Corona magic juice, but even if you're not allowed to mix it, she was like, yeah, I don't even know if you can like mix it and sell it. I'm like, look, you can't sell explosives either. But what Tannerite just sends you a binary compound. You've got ammonium nitrate and aluminum powder. They let you do what you want to do in your own home. All right, it's up to you. So she just sends you the
we just send you alcohol and gel.
Alcohol and the aloe and the essential oil to make it smell real nice.
This is just Bacardi 151.
That'll work. That'll work as long as it's 70%. I think it's like 64% alcohol content is what you need, and the rest is aloe. And
Susan, I'd like you in my office, please. This is. It's the fifth time this week, really. Every single day, you've come in reeking of booze. No. I'm Bacardiing my hands. Susan, I've been a manager here at H&R Block for a long time, and I've never heard something quite that creative back in
No. We're creative accountants here.
Yeah, we're very creative.
Yeah, the Corona thing's heating up. It's becoming very interesting. I think the most interesting thing is that all the major sports have either postponed or canceled their seasons, or in the case of college basketball, it seems, empty stadiums.
Yeah. They canceled March Madness. It sounded like you didn't know that.
I didn't know that. It seemed to me that they were just going to do empty stadiums.
I didn't know they full on canceled it. Holy shit!
That's I saw it on Reddit. Let me just check the source.
Like $1 billion event or something. I think I saw. Like that's insane.
NHL, my Golden Knights, they're in the lead in their division. I don't know what's going to happen to them.
Second place in the conference. They're tearing it up.
But
if we can't,
you guys are only 2 games ahead.
Cup,
and win in the win column. I think we got 49 wins. You got like 51.
No, nobody's got. We've got 42. You guys probably have 40. If you got 2 less, I don't know. I'm gonna be.
I think I would
be
know,
so
Taylor.
Impressed if you got that right.
In any case, like baseball
Close.
and everything.
Close enough.
The big fear is UFC, of course, that this Tony Khabib fight is gonna get fucking canceled because of fucking coronavirus. I'm losing my goddamn mind. I had this long talk with my dad the other day, and I laid it all out with him. I'm like, since time immemorial, Tony Ferguson and Khabib Nurmagomedov have been slated to battle one another, and time again, it has slipped through our fingers. But this time, no way anything happens, and here we are. Every sporting event's being canceled, and this thing's coming up next month. And I think, I hope they fight in an empty arena. I hope they fight in an empty arena and just make it fucking happen.
I would love that. I could talk so much. All right. First of all, I think the March Madness thing is true. It's the top post in college basketball and the third top post on all of Reddit. And then the Khabib thing. Do you ever watch what is the reality show they made? I'm looking for. Tough? So you want to be The Ultimate Fighter. That's interesting sometimes because there's no crowd. It's just a gym with maybe 5-8 teammates cheering each guy on.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at when I said pride, because when they do it over in Japan, it's like crickets.
Yeah, it is like, you're right about that. And you can hear the coaches, and it changes the dynamic a little bit. Matt Serra was a particularly effective and good coach, helping it whenever the fight hit the ground. He just had the recipe for advancing your position or getting out of a bad one. I would love to see that and how it changes. Is Khabib as effective if the other guy has a coach, talking him through how to handle it? If is it Eddie Bravo? I don't know. Is telling Ferguson what to do? It could change the game a little bit.
That fucking horse.
Yeah. Hey,
that's just. Have you stockpiled enough food for that monster?
How can you?
No, there's no way you can. It's such a big dog.
He's enormous. He's
my biggest fear is they're gonna eat me.
Hey, Pat, I heard dogs can't get corona.
That's true. Yeah. No. Did you say they can, Kyle?
They cannot.
They cannot.
No.
Yeah,
that's confirmed.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah,
news.
it's those weird like armadillo anteater things they've got in China that this shit came out of. Anyway.
Well, that Joe, I don't listen to Joe Rogan that much, but when I saw something else where it was like he had a real deal like virologist or whatever it's called, like that episode. I listened to it today. Fascinating. Like hearing him like debunk little things, like all the stuff that you've heard around. Like I can't be the only one who's heard by the beginning of May, the temperature will be high enough that all of this is going to be dead. It'll be over. And he was like, well, the same thing was said about SARS, and SARS, it is a little easier to contain than what we're dealing with here. And it lasted until June. There's not going to be a magic temperature button where it's suddenly like, boop, and it's gone.
Yeah.
So even like Ghana just had a couple cases today, and I imagine it's hot as shit in Ghana.
Oh, they've got great healthcare in Ghana, though.
It's humidity.
The best.
I think. I'm not a virologist, but
we are going to cut off both of your hands and eat them. What's that going to?
I've only gotten this because you are an evil man.
Yeah.
Did you see that preacher curing everyone of corona on air?
No.
I got it somewhere. Hang on.
I didn't. I know the clip you're talking about because I liked it on Twitter, but I didn't watch it with audio. But I saw him like pulsing his like hand magically at the camera.
Yeah, it's Kenneth Copeland. People like this deserve to be burned at the stake.
Yeah, that's a fucking dick move. Make people think who trust.
This is Kenneth Copeland. Fucking. I haven't watched it yet. Honestly, I just know of it.
I'm queued up on it. I'm ready.
I'll be a second.
I've never even heard of this fuck. What a piece of shit.
Look at him. Look at this cocksucker. I bet he's worth fucking $8 or $20 million somewhere in there from fucking morons out there sending him $8-10 of their social security check.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Ready, set, play.
Put your hand on that television set.
Yes. I already hate him.
Hallelujah.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Lord Jesus. He received your healing.
Yes.
Receive it.
Now.
I can feel it.
I don't feel anything.
Say it, I take it.
I take it.
I have it.
I take it. I have it.
It's mine.
It's mine.
I thank you and praise you for it.
Yes, Lord.
And I forgive if I have aught against any.
I forgive.
And I praise you that I'm well and whole.
I praise you.
His hands are so wet.
According to the word of God,
To the word of God.
I'm healed.
Yeah.
Healed.
And I consider not my own body.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Wait,
I
what?
consider not symptoms in my body,
I'm considered them.
but only that which God has promised.
Only that which God has.
Only that what the Word has said.
Only that what the word.
And by His stripes I was healed, and by His stripes I am healed now. I'm not the sick trying to get healed. I'm the healed, and the devil's trying to give me the flu.
That's right.
Or whatever else kind of thing he's trying to do.
Wait, whatever else.
Healed and well
Yes.
in the sweet name of Jesus.
Glory to God.
All right, I'm done with Kenneth.
Yeah.
Anyone want to take a guess as to how much money Kenneth is worth?
I bet he's worth $12 million.
Not even fucking close.
50 million.
I was going to go under.
Oh.
But Kyle, using psychology, I'm going to go 27 million.
A pittance compared to this man's worth.
What is this piece of shit worth? $105 million.
Not even fucking close.
No. Dude,
me
these
out.
people are such
Is he worth
pieces
1
of
million?
shit.
$760 million.
What?
He didn't even make a sign for it.
Praise my bank account.
I hate this
You
guy.
know what's pretty cool is like, even if Christianity is real, this guy is going to a way worse hell than the three of us are.
Oh, yeah.
Like being a false prophet, Jesus is very upset by this.
Gullibility is an age-related disease. I'm convinced of that. And it's why old people flock to Fox News, and it's why old people flock to religion. They get gullible, and then they get taken advantage of. It's why people mail "you forgot your car payment" letters to old people, and they don't have car payments. It's gullibility.
There is a problem with your Apple account.
Yeah, they turn
Well, it says
77
Dale
years
on
old,
here.
and suddenly they're paying off student loans. You know what the fuck? Because they believe shit they shouldn't believe. They're susceptible to being tricked, and it's the Republican voter base. It's why they win.
I can empathize with old people who are religious because it's like they grew up in a time with no internet, like that was hammered into them 24/7, and so like you get to be like 70 years old, and you've believed that your whole life, like. Can't teach an old dog new tricks. Like it makes sense they'd cling to religion at least, or I would think. By the way, Kenneth Copeland, you can go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Screw this guy.
Your fucking wet hand casted spells. What the hell's wrong with you? Fucking weirdo.
Why is he still at it? You know,
I challenge you to a cast off, a magic off. Just a meeting of the minds. You and your god versus me, and nothing but my enormous head.
I'd love to see Taylor engage this guy in a magic.
It's like that South Park where it's like,
both trying to move a paperclip and nothing happening.
Yeah. When all those cops are like right around, do you remember that guy? the one psychic comes out of the hotel room and he's standing there, and there's like a million SWAT guys, and they're going, "He's gonna do it! He's gonna do it!" And he goes, "Don't make me use it! Don't make me!" They just unload on him. It's like 100 rounds. Yeah, psychics are pieces of shit, and this guy is basically just a psychic doing this. A psychic like waving the flag of Jesus. So real piece of shit. Fuck that guy.
Yes.
That's not helping this situation at all. If you have a bunch of old people, the most susceptible group to this disease, believing that they're fine to go out to Cracker Barrel, every Sunday for the next however long. Like,
Cracker Barrel makes a damn good breakfast. You ever been there?
I'm saying it's where old people go, and I'm not no dissing.
We're not disparaging the food.
No, I like the game that you play with teas at the table.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. And then sometimes I'll look over at people at the same table playing the game, see that they got fewer teas, and I'll cheat before they can look at mine. So
I don't cheat, but that game alternatively makes me feel like a genius and a moron.
Oh yeah, Robert, you'll like try a new strategy, and it's like, how did I end with 5? That's like not possible. It's like, did you end with 5? No, I'm just goofing. I'm just playing. Obviously, I don't have the pattern recognition of an amoeba. So, but anyway,
brown casserole.
Hashtag
I like the store. You always find something neat in there.
Oh yeah, the store has oddball candies and sodas. It's like I'm gonna leave with a soda that's red.
I bought
it's
a rocking
the sole
chair
remaining
there
distributor of Charleston Chew.
I went in there for a breakfast and left with a fucking rocking chair. That's a
comfy?
Good store.
Yeah, that is a good store. I kind of want to swing by Cracker Barrel and see what they have.
And they do a good job maintaining an aesthetic that it's easy to believe there's a man out back building rocking chairs for you.
They do. Really, that guy's in Vietnam, but
really, yeah, there's a fucking truck pulling up with a bunch of fucking IKEA subsidiary made shit, but.
Is that literally true? I'm as gullible as a Fox News viewer.
Making shit up.
Okay.
But I haven't been to Cracker Barrel in so long.
I go every day.
Do you? No, that's not believable either. What's wrong with you, Woody?
Real good breakfasts. Real good breakfasts.
Yeah, breakfast is great there.
I only eat there when I'm on a trip. When I have some,
that's what I was going to say. Yeah, when I'm traveling, I like to stop in the old Cracker Barrel, the old country store.
I mean, the important thing to remember about this virus, it's just the flu, guys. Remember last flu season when the NBA, the NHL, the XFL, the UFC, it's coming.
The stock market collapse caught my attention.
It turns out global pandemics real bad for the stock market. Very, very bad. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and especially like I don't know who's to blame.
I told you guys not to take this thing lightly.
One of our
You did. I remember it. Yes.
I specifically remember. We said, "What's your number?"
I said on a
Woody
scale
and I
from 1 to 10.
Said 1.
I said on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being the scariest and 10 being the least. Where would you rank this thing? And I said, I'm at a 2. All right.
That is how it went. Yeah.
I'm not
Nostradamus over here.
That's true. So, yeah, this is pretty fucking bad.
I think that's.
All of Italy is shut down.
Close enough.
Norway is shut down. The Czech Republic made an announcement today that they are not allowing any public groups of more than 10 people, and they're shutting their border down and everything because everything's getting real. Belgium, I think Belgium said, did I write it down? I think it was Belgium said you can't gather outside at all. All public events canceled, all restaurants closed.
Did you catch New York?
Pretty much everything. New York.
500.
Okay. Yeah, maybe it's 500. I have 200, but I'm not very sure. Which effectively shuts down Broadway.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Oh, they closed Broadway. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've read it.
So like the shitty thing is we are getting out tested by every single country in the world.
Yes.
Every single country, like Senegal is testing people faster than we are. Fucking everywhere in Europe is testing us faster. The US has given out 11,000 tests total.
Taylor,
so far.
If the numbers go up, it hurts Trump's reelection chances. So we have to prevent testing. Get your priorities in order.
It's an indictment on how fucking shitty our medical care system is. It really is. Like that we are so wildly unprepared for this that we can't make enough tests. Are they too expensive? What's the fucking holdup? I don't understand.
We were prepared. We shut down that division of the government.
Yeah, well then fuck that. We need to have somebody in charge of that, you know?
There was a permanent thing. Trump said, look, I'm a businessman. I don't like having these people hang around paying them when we don't need them.
Yeah, if he did that, then fuck that.
Oh, yeah, that's a real thing.
Him. Yeah, I'm not doubting you. I'm saying I don't really care. I believe that it's the Trump administration and probably past administrations for not doing nearly enough to prevent something like this happening. But like when we've only rolled out 11,000 tests and South Korea is doing 10,000 tests a day. A day they're doing. And so people are saying here, it's like, oh, there's only like 2,000 confirmed cases in the US. It's not that bad. It's like, no, it's way more than that. The CDC even came out 2 days ago and said, hey, so a lot of those influenza deaths that people are quoting in order to make a comparison between the standard influenza and the coronavirus, very possible that a lot of those influenza deaths were actual coronavirus deaths, but because they weren't tested, it was misattributed in our statistics. And so it's like way more people have already died. Some like head medical committee in Ohio is estimating that 100,000 people just in that state are already infected by it. Like it's much bigger than people think. Just because you don't get wildly ill doesn't mean it's not serious. Like this is it. Come on, this is way worse than you thought it would get. Did you think every major sports league would shut down? Did you think?
Yes, I called it a 2 out of 10.
Damn it, Taylor.
One being Armageddon.
Can't you remember?
Lapped it up.
You know, when you're right, you're right. But yeah, this shit is serious.
But Tom Hanks has corona.
Is it serious or is the reaction to it serious? I'm just playing devil's advocate. I haven't heard about a lot of deaths. I haven't heard about a lot of problems from it. I've heard a lot of problems from the reaction to it. The NBA shutting down and the stock market crashing are reactions to corona. I don't even know anyone that has corona.
I don't know. Nobody got the corona.
Yeah, right. That's how you tell if a thing's a big deal. It's people Woody knows.
It's people that I know.
No, not you. Specifically me.
Nobody in Woody's Tarkov squad has corona, boys. All right, I think we're in the clear.
We're all doing a Tarkov-based quarantine.
20-year-old men who spend all day at home playing Tarkov. But